Hello and welcome to the Endgame of Throne and Liberty. Now that you've hit level 50, it's time to dive into the farming and best materials and gear the game has to offer. Let's break down everything so you can maximize your farming and gear progression. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. First up, we have Abyss Dungeons. These are open world dungeons that are going to be your go-to for rare materials and high loot. These enemies and bosses inside drop valuable crafting materials and Abyss contract tokens, which can be exchanged for top tier gear. Make sure you run these regularly and keep gathering high level materials. You should also buy contracts for these to complete certain quests, like killing specters and enforcers will grant you the precious pouch, which you can gamble to get epic gear. I actually just got a piece of gear from this. I've opened about maybe, 7 or 8 of these, and I just got the heroic blade of resistance. This is a good epic starter sword. Next we have Taedal's Tower. You'll want to grind through Taedal's Tower as much as you can. This is a solo dungeon with multiple floors, and the higher you go, the better rewards. Floors 6 and beyond give you rare materials like Growthstones that are essential for upgrading gear. Plus, each floor comes with a challenging boss that will drop equipment needed for endgame progression. You can also get cosmetic things like the Fierce Stallion after you beat the 20th floor. Next up, we have Dimensional Dungeons. Don't forget about Dimensional Dungeons, like the Roaring Temple and Spectre's Abyss. These dungeons are designed for 6-player teams and offer exclusive loot such as blue and purple gear. As you'll see here, like the Temple of Slaughter, you can get many good pieces of epic gear, but you also want to look at the stats and what works best for your build. Completing these dungeons frequently is crucial for farming rare equipment and crafting resources to power up your character. Next up, we have daily and guild contracts. Daily farming won't be complete without contracts. You'll find daily contracts in major towns offering experience and valuable resources like Solent. These contracts are key for farming materials. Also, if you're in a guild, which I would highly recommend, for completing the guild contracts. You'll see these under the guild contract tab, and clicking on any of the 3 and you can see your contribution to each one and the rewards that your guild will get, what you will get, and if you have high enough contribution you can get additional rewards as well. This will be required for many of the higher guilds. You'll see over here in your members. I just joined this guild so I have a lower reputation, but as you can see the leader has 30,000, which is quite a bit. Next up, we have world bosses and dynamic events. Make sure to participate in world bosses and dynamic events scattered across the map. These bosses drop some of the best gear and rare materials, making them a prime target for any player looking to max out their gear. Keep an eye out for these events and join large groups of players to take them down for the top tier loot. You'll see this if you go to the map and click on the arrow over here and go to timetable, and you can see what will pop up each round. For example, Malachar. This is a really good world boss you can do. Team up with a party of people and you can get some really good rewards from this as well. However, this is a conflict, so that means you want to be in a team because their PvP will be activated. However, for Mordecai, this one will be a peaceful event. You'll see with the little dove, the blue dove. You can get some really good rewards from this as well, and you won't have to worry about other players killing you. So you may not need a team for this. So you can still just deal damage on your own. That's something really important to watch out for. If you don't deal enough damage to the boss, you won't get the rewards from it. So if you keep getting killed on an event like Malachar with a conflict event, you won't get the chances to get the higher tier items. Now that you gather materials, focus on crafting and upgrading your gear. These materials can come from Abyss Dungeon, Taedal's Tower, and the contracts that will allow you to upgrade your weapons and armor. Look for Growthstones and other rare drops to enhance your gear stats and unlock new bonuses, making them even more powerful in PvE and PvP. Do that with leveling up your gear for Growthstones that you can acquire by either crafting the Growthstones or collecting them in dungeons. So here you'll see you convert your rare. You can also make them without the precious magic powder. This will cost a lot of Solent, especially if you're upgrading all epic gear. It'll cost quite a bit, so make sure you farm plenty of dungeons to get the Solent required. Finally, participating in PvP and guild versus guild battles can also net you valuable rewards. You'll see around the map there'll be the flags, and it'll say the guild that owns them. This is the resource they produce per hour given to the guild, and you can see it'll be next capture available on the 18th. Right now it is the 15th, so these are every couple days. You'll have to defend your boon stones in order for your guild to continue producing materials. You can also do PvP if you press escape and go to arena. You can do individual match, team matches, or friendly matches, and this can be normal matchmaking, and they also have a ranked game mode. PvP is pretty difficult, so make sure you're going in with a decent team and have some coordination. You want to have at least a DPS, tank, and a healer usually. Keep your team balanced And there you have it. These are the key activities to focus on once you hit level 50 in Throne and Liberty. So get out there, farm materials, and upgrade your gear and dominate the endgame content. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please consider leaving a like and subscribing if you found this video helpful. And I'll see you guys in the next video.